Afghanistan. It was America's longest war, lasting 20 years. Longer than World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, War of the Worlds, and Saving Private Ryan combined. It was fought over multiple decades and through multiple administrations. Trillions of dollars were spent. Over 2,300 of America's finest fought and died in the war, including 13 brave souls who perished in a suicide bombing on August 26th at Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul. My guest tonight says he claims full responsibility for the actions that led to that tragic day. He is our first guest ever. He is the Commander-in-Chief himself, President Joe Biden. Mr. President, thank you for being here. Mr. President. Mr. President.
Hi, hello, Bill. Hello.
Bob.
Hi, Bob. What can I do for you?
Thank you for being here, Mr. President, as our first ever guest.
It's my honor to be here with you, Bill, in the great state of New York. You know, when I was young, I worked as a window washer at the Empire State Building. I used to carry a metal lunchbox. When I was done my shift, I would put it down in my truck next to my work boots. And I'd have a sandwich that my granddaddy made me. A ham sandwich. He loved ham sandwiches. He worked in a factory that made apple pie pans to cook apple pie in. He was a big man. He drove a truck.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mr. President, but we only planned on giving you 3 minutes. Can we talk about Afghanistan?
Yes, of course. Afghanistan is. Of course, let's talk about it. Let's talk. My son Bo was a troop, and the troops are the most important thing to me. Did I mention my son Bo was a troop?
That's great, Mr. President. But I would like to ask you about the withdrawal of American forces from the country, which effectively ended the war. A lot of people, including our Western NATO allies, have called it an unmitigated disaster. Your opponents are calling for your impeachment. Marjorie Taylor Greene has drafted the articles. What do you say to the critics?
Well, first, number one, Mrs. Greene is a no-good chuckle-headed hussy. Number two, Afghanistan was always going to be a mess, no matter when we left. But it was time to leave. It was time. And four, our troops. Did I mention my son Bo was a troop?
Yes, Mr. President, you mentioned that.
Finally, five, our troops, like Bo, they deserve to come home. They deserve to come home to their families. Be with their wives and their kids, their dogs and cats, their hamsters and their goldfish, and their pet turtles and guinea pigs, their rabbits. They deserve to go sit in the front yard or get on the porch swing and have a ham sandwich like my grandma used to make me when I worked at the lumberyard. They deserve to get a job and pay the bills and go to a football game with their hamsters and their pet turtles and their goldfish. They deserve a Budweiser. Most of all, they deserve to come home and have a hot dog.
You ended the war so that our troops could come home and have hot dogs?
I did. I absolutely did. Look, here's the deal. Have you ever had a hot dog in Kabul, by the way?
Nope.
Well, consider yourself lucky, Anderson, 'cause I have. And they're goddamn awful.
Okay, Mr. President, I do. But hot dogs aside, we still have over 100 Americans stranded in Afghanistan who want to leave. And according to your own State Department officials, 13 members of our armed forces died during the evacuation efforts, and the Afghan government, who we installed, armed with billions in military equipment, and supported for 2 decades, folded in 11 days and left everything behind for the Taliban. Are you as concerned about those things as you are about troops being able to come home and eat hot dogs?
Look, Here's the deal. It's time for America to heal. It was never going to be easy leaving. It was always going to be this way. The naysayers and the chuckle-headed scallywags. The bad dudes and the corn pops out there. They don't understand. What they don't get is that this is about America, not Afghanistan. America. It's about what we are and who we are. My buddy Joe, my buddy Joe, my friend Barack used to say to me, buddy, America is worth it. We gotta come together and do what's right for America.
Okay, Mr. President. I'll take that to mean you stand by your decision.
I do. I certainly do. I do.
Sir, you recently implemented a sweeping vaccine mandate. It has come under heavy fire from your opposition as being a massive overreach. What do you say to them?
I would say, listen up, you sissy little corn pops. Stop being a bunch of snowflakes and let's get America back on track. Stop jerking everyone's chain and filling their head with nonsense about horse Viagra or whatever they're yakking about this week, and get the damn vaccine in your arms. People are dying.
You don't think that you went too far?
Too far? Is that a joke? I pulled it back.
Pulled it back? Really?
Yeah, I did. Damn right I did. What I actually proposed was we load up those what are they called? The them flying whirlybird machines.
Helicopters?
Yeah, helicopters. Yeah, I told the Joint Chiefs, I told Millie 2 months ago, I said, go load those helicopters up. Go fly over to Kalamazoo, fill them up with Pfizer vaccines and crop dust the entire damn country. Get this darn tootin' malarkey over with. The bastard said no. We could have been done with it. Instead, we got this giant mess. We got this whole Afghanistan thing. I just need a nap.
Did you actually propose the helicopter thing?
You're darn right I did. Darn tootin'.
Okay then. Mr. President, we are running out of time. But I would like to ask you one last question. One that I know is on the minds of a lot of our viewers. Mr. President, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
It's chocolate chip. Just plain old chocolate chip. None of that mint nonsense. Whoever came up with that is a psychopath. If you like mint, chocolate chip, anything, you're crazy.
You know, I'm a die-hard Haagen-Dazs peanut butter chocolate guy myself, but I couldn't agree with you more about the mint thing. That's just wrong. Mr. President, thank you for being here. Go have that nap. Mr. President, you know what? I'm just going to let him sleep. Big fella's exhausted. There you have it. Joe Biden. Big chocolate chip fan. Even bigger mint hater. Proponent of helicopter vaccine crop dusting. And your president. Let us know in the comment section what you think about chocolate and mint mixed together. And share your thoughts on how to stop the virus, including whether or not you like the helicopter thing. Who knows? Maybe the top 3 comments will somehow end up in our ticker next episode. Speaking of our next episode, be sure to tune in, as our guest will be controversial Republican Congressman, self-proclaimed firebrand, and alleged creepy pervert, Matt Gaetz. I'll ask him about some of the controversial drugs members of his party are pushing as miracle cures for COVID-19, whether or not he's a big old sex offender, and much more. Thank you for tuning in to our first ever broadcast. Good night, Godspeed, goodbye, and good luck.